Hello everyone, it's Jessica. Welcome back to Jessie Kate Creates. Today's video, we are going to a craft fair. It's Editing Jessica here, and I just want to take a second to ask you guys to bear with me please for this vlog. I was just using my phone for this and there are some funky camera things and audio in some sections, so thank you guys for understanding. I'm vending today at a fair nearby. It's the city center German market. I love this. I've vended at this fair once before. I've also just attended it as a shopper. Super cute. And I'm like so behind today. I have big vloggy plans to record so much more stuff leading up to this, but it's been a week, y'all. It's Friday now. The show is from 3 to 9 p.m. The setup started at 1. It's now like 1:30. So like I said, I'm behind. But that's fine. We're gonna get set up in time. I'm a little stressed, but also trying to give myself grace because I feel like this happens so often before a show where you're like, ah! But then like you get set up and everything is fine, you know? So I know that's what's gonna happen. It's just part of the process for me, I guess. This is an outdoor show. I don't love doing outdoor shows just because it's a little bit of a hassle. It is cold outside for this show, so I have a bunch of layers. I'm not wearing all of them right now, but I've layered up. Because it's in the 40s right now, but the sun is still out, and by like 4:30, 5 o'clock, the sun's gonna drop and it's gonna be freezing cold. So I have all my layers ready to go. But I'm willing to do this one because first of all, they provide the tents. I also really like this market. I love doing shows in city center. It's just an area of the city, a little like shopping area that I enjoy going to just like as a consumer, but also I like doing shows there. They're usually well put together, well run. It's a lot of foot traffic comes through that area and my target audience shops in that area. So it just works well for me. Also, the German market, it's a 2-night event, Friday and Saturday night. And on Saturday night is also when the city of Newport News does their Enlighten event. It's like letter N, light letter N for Newport News. But it's basically when they light the Christmas tree at City Center. And so it's a really fun night. They have a bunch of different stuff going on. They also have a vendor market, although it's all kind of one area, so even though they're distinct markets, they're kind of all one. So that brings even more people out. So I just really like that event. And actually, this is an event. I know some people have asked how I find events. A lot of events I find through Facebook. Although if you're gonna go that route, be careful because the scams on Facebooks for vendors over the last like 5 or so years have gone way up. So maybe I'll do a video dedicated to finding events on Facebooks and like things to look for to spot scams. But this event, this one, there's a vendor I knew who made like the wax seals. Her seals are gorgeous, and I wanted to pick some up for Christmas cards I was sending to family and friends, and she told me she was going to be there, so I went to buy some of her seals, and I saw like everything and it looked so cool, and then I was like, I want to vend at this event one day. And then I figured out like who the contact people were, and I signed up to vend at that event the next year. So that's another, word of mouth is a great way. If there's an event you really want to do, go to it, see if you can talk to the coordinator or talk with other vendors. I've done many events before where someone is just shopping, they're just a customer at the event, and they'll ask me questions like, what do you think of this event? Like, who did you contact? All that stuff. And as long as people are like respectful and polite, I'm always so happy to share that information because I fully and truly believe there are enough seats at the table for everyone, right? Like, even if we do the same thing, if you give 10 different card makers the exact same items and tell them to make a card, you're gonna get 10 different cards. So I don't gatekeep that type of stuff. Now this is an event where they have closed off parts of the street. So in a second here, I'm gonna have to let a security guard know that I am a vendor, and then they'll give me access. I will try to record myself setting some of my stuff up, but like I said, I'm a little bit in a time crunch, so we'll see if I can. I'll try though. I brought my tripod with me, so I'll try to set that up so you can kind of see me whizzing my stuff together. Hey, I'm a vendor for the German market. Yeah. Thank you. So next is figuring out where my booth is. I'm gonna get out, find the coordinator, figure out where my booth is, and then park, just so that I can try to park somewhere near where my booth is, because that's gonna make setup a million times easier. For this show, you have to unpack your car quickly, go park in the parking garage, and then you set up. So I'm gonna do all that and I'll see y'all in a minute. So I parked my car and very quickly unloaded all of my bins with product, my table, my chair, and my vinyl display. The only thing I didn't unload was my till carrying all my cash. You could maybe see it there. I always keep that with me so I don't have to worry about my money going missing. Now here I'm just getting things set up. It was extremely windy on this day, so it was kind of a battle to set up the table and the tablecloth and to get my banner hung. So I didn't record any of that stuff, but you can see now here I'm moving on to getting the product set up on the tables. During this process, I also decided that it would make more sense for me to pin down my tablecloths. So I always carry some safety pins with me, and here you can see I'm just pinning the tablecloths together. I've also pinned the sides of the tablecloth just so that they're not blowing as much in the wind. Now you can buy tablecloths that like cling tight to your table so you don't have to deal with that. I don't have them, so I'm just making it work with what I do have. But I will say having to deal with wind like this is one of the reasons I'm not crazy about doing outdoor shows, because you can't control the elements. You can't control if it's going to be windy or rainy or burning hot in the summer or freezing cold in the winter. So I really do prefer to do indoor shows for that reason. But I love my city center shows so much that I'm willing to brave the elements for them. Now at this point, I'm just getting all of my products set up on the table. Normally I would put my card sets onto these wooden shelves I have. They're kind of like wooden cupcake stands. But again, it was so windy today, I knew that the card sets would just fall off the shelves in the wind. So I just decided to lay everything flat on the table. That's a piece of advice I can give you if you're thinking about doing craft shows. Sometimes you just kind of have to go with the flow and adapt to the environment that you're in, which is what I did here with the wind, but I think everything still turned out looking pretty good in the end. So once I have all this set up, I'll show you the full booth. Okay, it is super cold out here, you guys. I'm gonna do my best to kind of show you my booth. I hope you can hear me, but it's cold, it's windy, there's music playing, I'm next to a food truck. Okay, let me show you how I'm set up today. Here is the tent that was provided to me for this show. They also included some greenery with some cute little light bulbs. And then because I could, I spread out again for this show. I'm not going to go into super detail on the display because it's pretty much the same setup as the last craft fair vlog I did. So I'll link that here if you want to see it. But I have my mini cards and also some mini card sets. These are too small to post in the mail, but they're good if you're just giving someone a gift or a note. And I always let customers know that before they purchase them, in case that affects their decision. Next, I have some card sets. So here I have some specialty card sets, and then here are some note card sets. They're near each other on the table, but kind of separated. Then I have my stand where I keep business cards, my till, bags for customers, a chair for me to sit on. And on this table, I have all of my individual specialty cards. So here on one side of the table, it's everyday greetings and occasions. The other side is holiday cards. And then we have the big vinyl display. I love this thing. I have made one change to it since the last time you guys saw it. Instead of using zip ties now, I got some industrial strength Velcro to hold the bars on. And I think it looks so much better, and also I can fit a few more cards without having those zip ties on it now. So that's the setup for the show. So the market's only been going for, I don't know, I'm not sure what time it is, maybe an hour. We're still in the first hour of the market. I've made 1 or 2 sales, which was nice. And I had a lady who, she's met me before. She asked about some of my cards a day or 2 ago, and I told her I was going to be at this market. So she swung by to pick up the card she wanted, so that was awesome. I think that's the first time someone's come out to a market for my cards, which is super exciting. So yeah, that's where we're at right now, and I will check in with you guys a little later. Okay, so we're 2 hours in now. I've made a couple sales. I definitely have made my booth back already, so that's always awesome. And like I said, this is a 2-day event. It is very chilly out, so I called in some reinforcements and my mom and my sister coming to bring me some warm drinks and whatnot. And I think they're just gonna stay and hang out with me for a little bit, which will be nice. Plus it's just a really nice market. All right, so another quick check-in. It's now around like 6:40. This goes until 9 o'clock tonight. So I had my mom and my sister come and help me out. I was really cold, you guys. I forgot my gloves, so they brought me some gloves. They also brought me some of these rechargeable hand warmers. It's cold, y'all. It's in the 30s, so I think these were like 10 bucks at Walmart. And if you're gonna be doing a show in the cold, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Listen now, I know some of y'all are watching this and you're like, Jessica, 30 degrees is not that cold. But for me, someone who's lived most of their life in the southern United States, anything below 50 is cold, and at 30 degrees, I am definitely struggling, especially since it was windy on this night. So if you're going to be doing an outdoor show, make sure you have a plan to keep yourself warm, or if it's the heat of the summer, a plan to keep yourself cool. Okay, so I am really fortunate that I have a wonderful support system. So my sister, she came and my mom came as well. That's my mom. So she's manning my booth right now so that I can eat, which is really nice. A lot of the shows I do, I'm by myself and I don't have people who can come and help me. So I'm just kind of like I showed you in the last vlog, nibbling on, you know, grapes or whatever it is I pack for myself. So it was really nice that today they were able to come and I can actually like take a break and eat. I know that's not always possible, so I really appreciate it when it is. So in a second here, once I finish eating, my mom has agreed to man my booth a little bit longer, and my sister and I are going to walk the market. A lot of times at shows, because you're busy, if you're working your booth by yourself, which I normally am, you actually don't get a chance to see what else is kind of going on at the market because you're working the whole time. So like you might be able to see like one or two of the vendors near you, but otherwise you don't really see anything. So I'm gonna walk around and take you with me, and me and my sister will just kind of show you what's going on at this adorable little market before night one. Okay, so let's go do that. So this was the German market that I was at. One of the things I loved about the market this year is that they had live music both nights. You're about to hear the pianist from night one. So then we just walked around and checked out everything the market had to offer. There was a DIY cocoa bar, a little Christmas tree farm where they were also selling spiced German wine, a cute little photo opportunity, tons and tons of vendors. There were a lot of cool things to see. I'm about to show you two vendors in particular, and I will have their info linked in the description box. But first I had to get a photo op right here. So the first vendor I found was Handmade Paint by Penpal Press. She makes her own watercolors. They were absolutely gorgeous. I did end up getting these for Christmas, and I'm looking forward to giving them a try. The other vendor I found was Michael over at Suitable Beasts, and if you saw my last video, then you'll recognize the stuffy you're about to see, and I'm still taking name suggestions for this cute guy, so leave them in the comments if you have a suggestion. Okay, I am back at my booth now, so my sister and my mom are going to take off. I'm very grateful that they came to help me out and to bring me things to make me warm. All right. So, according to my mom, we did get a couple sales while we were out and about, which is always really awesome too. So yeah, we're just gonna get back to it. So, I showed you guys I got this guy and I have him in my booth, and he's mostly been displayed like that since I picked him up. And I just had someone stop in my booth. It was a family, and they had two kids. They had like a little boy who was maybe around like 8 or 9. And he holds up a little stuffy he has, and it looks like this, except he has a green beak. And he was like, "You have one too." And I was like, "I do." And so that was a fun little moment. His sister had a different one, and so we pulled them out and we were all looking at ours together. And then after that, I had someone else come in who pointed to it and was like, "We got a big one last year." So one of the fun things about doing these shows is just the people you get to meet and the little like moments and connections you get to have, which I think in a world where things are very online sometimes,
And especially since a lot of my jobs I do from home, it's really nice to be able to go out and to actually connect with people. And that's one of the reasons why I like doing these craft shows. So I just thought I'd pop on and share that little kind of like fun moment with you guys.
Night 1 is complete. It was a good night. I haven't checked my numbers yet, but I know I did well at this market for the first night. And tomorrow is the bigger night. Tonight was just the German market. Tomorrow is the German market and the tree lighting for the city. So that's when it's the really big market. But it was a good night. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. For this event, they do have, it's an outdoor event, but they do have overnight security. I did decide to leave some of my product. It's not on the table, it's not on the display. It's all packaged up in its bins underneath, like hidden underneath the tables. I personally feel comfortable with that. I've also done events where I haven't left product and I've just loaded it up in my car. For this one, I feel okay with leaving it. So that's what I decided to do. I am heading home. I'm gonna turn this light off. You can't really see me that well, but I'm just gonna talk at you guys for a little bit. I just had such wonderful, sweet interactions with so many people tonight. And like I said before, that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy doing events like these, is just the people you meet. It's really fun. Oh, so one really cool thing, I think I got a clip for music tonight. They had someone playing like a little keyboard piano live pretty much the entire night. I like it when events have music because it makes the event feel, it makes it feel like it's not just like a market, but really like an event. To have some music, you know, people are just having a good time and really enjoying themselves with the music playing. And he did a fantastic job tonight. Towards the end, there was a period where a gentleman with a flute was walking around and like they started kind of vibing and playing stuff together, and it was just really cool to see and really fun. My phone was already practically dead at that point, so I didn't get any clips of that, but it was really cool. I don't know, I just met some really great people. One thing I will say, I need another cord. So I have multiple portable chargers, but I only had one like cord with me, one cable with me tonight, which was a mistake because I used a lot of the juice from my portable chargers on my hand warmers, and then one of my chargers, I know it's charged, but it was being super finicky. So the last like hour of the show, my phone was dead, which was kind of annoying. But the last couple of customers I got had no issues paying with cash, so that's what we did, since I didn't really have the option for them to pay with card. But otherwise, it was a really good night. So I'm gonna go home now and eat a hot, warm, delicious bowl of chicken noodle soup. I know there's some like homemade soup at the house, so I'm like super excited for that because it was cold, y'all. Right now it's about 30 degrees outside, so it's been a chilly night, and I am not one for the cold. Your girl does not like cold weather. It's cute if I only got to be in it for a little bit, but long term, it's a no-go for me. I could never live in a cold climate. It just, oh, I don't enjoy being cold. I'd much rather be hot than cold. That's just me. So once I get home, I'm gonna have to make sure all my devices charge, and I'm gonna have to remember to grab maybe like 2 more cables, because I have 3 portable chargers. And I will say, once my hand warmers, once those lost their charge, I was a sad, sad gal. That's okay. I did take some, when my mom and my sister came, they brought me some of those like air activated hand warmers. And I took one of the smaller ones. There's a little like pocket in my gloves, so I stuck them in there, and that was really nice. I really don't have anything else to say. I'm just tired at this point. And I just want to get home and eat dinner and take a shower and go to bed. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then we'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of this show. Just kidding. Hey guys, it is Editing Jessica here, and as you can see, there is no day 2 for this vlog. So after day 1, I was tired. Spending 6 hours outside in the cold just kind of took it out of me, and honestly, I think maybe I was starting to get a little bit of a cold. So I was just tired, and I decided instead of trying to vlog for day 2, because that does take extra time and energy, that I would just focus the energy I did have on being present for the craft fair. So that's what I did, so no day 2 vlog. But I can say day 2 went really well. It was another really good day, and overall it was a great craft show for me to end out 2024. Now, I don't know when I'm going to be doing another vlog like this. So far, I haven't signed up for any craft shows in 2025 because 2024 was just a little bit of a year for me. So I'm taking it slow going into 2025. But when I sign up for a show in 2025, I will take you guys along, especially if it's an indoor show, because I do want to show you how my setup changes slightly for indoor shows. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful holiday season, and I'm wishing you all a very joyous new year. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. That helps me so much with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps other people to find me and join our little crafty corner of the internet here. If you want to be sure to see all the videos that I put out, then subscribe to the channel and ring that little notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you in another video soon. Bye!